Tonight on Collective Stupidity. Dominic despises the DEC.
Can you help us?
Nah.
No, not really. No.
No! Robert has a hypothetical.
100 homeless people versus 1,000 rats.
And Jacob hates cars. Trains are so cool, like a train ride is fucking awesome in theory, but we just can't have them here. Because the fucking car has taken over everything in this country! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Collective Stupidity podcast. We had to take a little break for a few weeks there because, quite frankly, the editor wanted a break.
Yeah, you lazy fuck.
Oh, fuck off. This coming from Robert Calhoun, of all people.
Yeah, that was
is
a bit
crazy.
harsh. That was a bit harsh. What was the last episode to put out? Because I haven't I haven't listened to them yet.
The last one that we sat down and recorded, I just checked. It was the one we recorded with Josh.
Yeah.
That was June 30th.
Because I keep getting notifications that you put out new episodes, which is amazing because I haven't recorded new episodes. I don't know how you... Is it all text-to-speech? I don't really know what you're doing for things.
Oh, you know.
Gone fishing, best
I work my
episodes.
ways.
Oh, it's a compilation episodes where it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I swear to God, you
And the one above is
just don't read
Collective
the group
plays
chat.
episode 1. Sam, it can finally be bees. I don't know what this is.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Don't worry. Yeah.
You didn't watch it?
It's on my
No,
own podcast.
no,
I haven't
he's-
watched. I got
he's,
back from the mountains yesterday. Right, I've had
Yeah.
no time.
He's
Oh,
been
yeah,
a busy
fair.
boy.
He's been a busy boy. Watch it. It's great. Or don't.
okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
it might not be my best work, to be
I
honest.
can almost get. Dude, you should probably edit this out because this is not good publicity. But I can almost guarantee I would not watch that.
Oh, great. Well, I feel better.
You should, dear listener. You really should. but
Yes,
I
you should,
will
but
not be
Dominic
joining
will not.
it. I will not be watching it.
Well, welcome to Collective Stupidity. We don't watch our own show.
Yeah.
That's
Ringing endorsement. Ringing endorsement.
But that's not what we're here for. All right, what we're here for is some topics, and I have a topic that I would love to share with you all. If you would be so kind as to give me your ears, lend me your ears,
Yeah.
if you will.
I'll let you buy it.
All
Sure.
right. I experienced socialization over these last 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
I know, and if you know
Oh,
me,
wow.
you know that's a big deal because that doesn't happen. But
yeah.
Was it with the other sex here, or was it just?
no, don't be absurd. Don't be absurd. Dominic, come
I'm
on
sorry,
now.
I got ahead of myself.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, I will forgive you this once. Just in future, know your place. I got peer pressured, like not last weekend, but the weekend before, into going to like a kind of a house party.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Because I can't say no to people. But regardless of that, I was nearly a victim of a hijacking at this event, and I think I'm gonna run you through the play-by-play here of how that went down, because this was like a 10-minute endeavor, and it was the highlight of my week. I was at this house party, right? It was kind of a campfire pool party type shtick, right?
Do we get to know who's?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to think of last names. I can't think of last names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know Hoya. Yeah. Great suit.
I'll stay on. I'll stay on for the Squid Game.
Hoya Squid Games. Yeah. It was. It was.
Okay.
But then it was Tanner that got me peer pressured into this event, and that's also the man we're going to be talking about. But for
Hannah, would you believe I know this guy? I used to work with him.
yes,
No kidding!
He's mentioned you a few
I
times. Yeah,
do. Oh, good things or bad things?
good things. He
Oh, thank
enjoys
goodness.
you. Yes.
Oh, this is actual real thing that's happening. I thought this was a bet.
No.
This is
no.
Dominic being
He's a
like,
real person.
oh,
He
I
actually
know
is.
this guy.
No.
I don't know if he listens to the show or not, but hey, Tan, if you're listening, you should join. You should come back to camp. We could use more staff.
It's a trap. Do not listen to him.
I mean, ignore the fact that I've left. That's a minor detail. You don't have to think about it.
So tell us about this hijacking.
Right. So this man, he was the one who got me to appear at this party, right? And he was also the one that perpetrated the hijacking event, right? And so essentially there people were going into the pool, right? And I was not participating in the pool part of the party.
Reasonable.
Partly because I didn't, have any clothes prepared for that. And secondly,
I.e., he didn't want to short his circuits. Totally understandable. I get it.
that's what it is. And then so I didn't partake, but our dear friend Tanner here was really adamant that I get into this pool, and he made the mistake, right? He made a mistake. He grossly underestimated what I will do for money, and he offered me all of the money in his wallet if I jumped into the pool with all of my clothes on.
Did you really do it? Because you should. I would.
Listen, okay. If I had the opportunity to, I would have, because I couldn't pass up $90, $94.
Granted, I am a pretty, I would have done that for free.
Yeah, you would have. You're
Pretty
fucking,
loosey goosey that kind of stuff. Yeah, pool. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go to the pool.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But so he gets out of the pool to go to his wallet. He pulls out $94.
Oh my god.
To hand to me. And he's like, well, how about we do it for half? Because he, I think he realized that I was genuinely going to run him $94 on the spot. And he kept trying to worm his way down. I'm like, nope, $94 or nothing, buddy. And he's like, no, it's not worth it. And so he starts to put the money away. And I, being the greedy man that I am, I smash my hand into his wallet and I rip out all of that $94 and I immediately start sprinting towards my car.
And wait, to your car?
Yeah. Yeah, I start sprinting to my car, right? And the entire time he's screaming and running after me, like, give me my goddamn money back. And now I don't think, Samu, you know Tanner, but I think Dominic definitely does, and I think Robert, you're somewhat familiar.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he's a smaller man. He's a smaller, more nimble man.
This is true.
Yeah.
Right?
It's rare for somebody out to be shorter than me. But,
yes, but he achieves
that.
it. He achieves it. He does.
Achieves it, yes.
So this smaller and more nimble man is trying to take me down, right, and get his money back. So naturally, what he does is he tries to he inadvertently gets a piggyback ride off me. He jumps up, he throws his arms around my neck, trying to choke me and grab the money, and then he's like kicking me too as I'm still walking towards my car, right? And so
that's a fight for survival now.
Yeah. So I get out of the backyard through the garage door, through the garage itself. I'm in the driveway, and my car's pulled right up to the garage door. However, there's people blocking me in, so I can't get in my car and leave. One, because of the cars blocking me, and two, because I have a little man on my back, and he's desperate for this money. He's clawing at this point, right? So naturally, I do the only thing I can do, and I just turn around very violently, and I throw him into some garbage cans. And he goes flying into these garbage cans, and he knocks them down, and he's on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
And oh my god, it was a beautiful sight. If only I had a picture of it. It was beautiful. But then I managed to get into my car. I'm in the car now. I have the money. I'm holding it up so you can see it through the windshield. And he decides the best course of action is he's gonna hop on my the hood of my car so I don't leave, because apparently he thought that was a good idea. And he was on there for about 10 minutes, if I recall correctly. He was just sitting there. I'm pretty sure there's still marks from him on the hood of the car. He was he was all up on it. At one point I turned the windshield wipers on, and that got him off a little bit. It kind of smacked him in the head, which was very funny to watch. But eventually, I got a little bored, and I did end up giving that money back to him, and we went on our way. But for a moment he was on the hood of my car, and we were Indiana Jonesing it a little bit. and I was just going back and forth trying to get him off, and he
Oh
wouldn't
my
get off,
god.
and I couldn't leave,
Jake,
so I was back into a corner.
you have no idea like how like slightly proud I am of you, right? Because you pulled such a move, right? I mean, you've like haven't left a house in like 15 years or whatever, right? That's congratulations. You know what I mean, right? And then you leave your house
14.
for a party, you burglarize a man, run him down into your car, and then make friends with him afterwards. This is nearly something that I would do. Like this is almost like a me move right now. Like this,
Yeah, this does.
walking me through this is like Indiana Jones, and I stole his wallet, and I jumped into a car, and I drove off. Sounds like something I would do, and I'm slightly enamored. I think you're taking off after me. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh,
But
listen,
excellent work.
imitation is the
Excellent.
most sincere form of flattery, you know, and I
That
think
is
that's
true.
what we need
Excellent.
to.
What's the word I'm looking for right now? Excellent. Tomfoolery right there. That's
Thank you.
excellent.
Thank
A
you.
plus tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Frankly, I'm gonna start crying. It's like seeing my son grow up and marry more sons or something. I don't really know. It's great.
I almost
God.
left the event with his wallet too at one point because I forgot I stole that off him afterwards. But yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
that was my story. That's the first time I've left the house in 14 years, as Dominic has said.
Definitely
What
accurate.
a-
Yeah,
Did anybody see you eat food at this event?
no, I did not partake in any feasting of any kind.
Okay,
Damn.
we just write that down.
Did you have to plug
you
yourself
didn't.
in after a while to retry?
No, I did not. My battery life has been improved since last we met. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
And you have not jumped in the pool at the end of the at all
No.
during this
No.
altercation. Okay.
Damn,
So the jury is still out on
the
everything.
jury is still out.
Yeah.
I guess we
Fucking
might have to.
Android.
We might have to resort to the stabbing.
Yeah, probably. Probably. We'll have to stab him.
Yeah. I mean,
What a nigga will do for $94.
is
Yes.
is a strong word. I don't know if we have to do that. But
Do you have an alternative? Do you have like an alternative method?
I mean,
I don't know- I
you
don't
could
know
just
about that.
not
I mean,
stab me.
there were many words to describe our friend Jake here. I don't know if the N word is one of those words I would use to describe. Jake.
I was also going to comment on that. It didn't feel appropriate. I think the word you might be looking for is cracker.
Also, I do want.
Is that a slur?
That is
cracker
a
now?
slur against white people. Yes, as is honky.
Is it-
Sam, would you
Well,
like to
you know-
would you like to call me any
You
of
know
those?
it's prominent when me,
place?
a white guy, have no idea about that. You know, so you know it's a really prominent one. Like, oh, is that? Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they're like slurs, but they're not like slurs. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
somebody
Yeah,
called me a
okay.
cracker, I'd laugh.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
literally. Like white people's slurs are so they're just funny.
They
But,
are
okay,
funny.
I mean, you call someone a honky or fucking a cracker. I mean, in what world is anyone going to take you seriously?
Somebody called me a vanilla wafer once, and I thought that was pretty ecstatic.
That's
Vanilla
a good one
vanilla
too.
wafer.
That's a good one.
I've been trying to fit Oreo motherfucker into one of my insults, but I haven't really.
Well, hold on. You gotta back up here. What?
Oreo motherfucker.
Because Oreo it's the black on the outside, but it's white on the inside. So
Yeah.
we're looking. What is that? Which one are you?
Who are you insulting with that one?
In what direction is that a slur? That's kind of what I'm asking.
Well, I think it would have to be for a mixed friend.
Mhm.
That's like the only way it makes sense.
That makes
really,
sense.
I just wanted to
In my
call
head,
someone a
I was
cookie.
thinking a polyamorous relationship between two black males and one white female.
You would be thinking that, wouldn't you?
Much
you
more
would
sense.
be
Yeah, that's
thinking
odd.
that. You would be thinking that, though. Let's be honest with ourselves. That's what you would be thinking.
And it's also dawning upon me this is such a bit you should probably cut from the show. It's pretty nasty.
I think it's fine. I think we listen.
This is pretty nasty
I
stuff.
give the approval for the white slurs. If Sam gives his approval for the use of the black slur, I think we're all good here.
I give it to you. Yeah.
My
Wonderful.
description of the Oreo is pretty sleazy. I feel like that should be cut. That was a little bit low.
The bit about the.
I feel like I should point out that there is nothing wrong with a mixed relationship, mixed race relationship. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
It's not the 1940s in Alabama anymore.
Yeah.
You've grown up from that.
Yes.
Totally nothing wrong with it. Wink, wink. Totally wink.
Okay.
Nothing
all
wrong
right,
with
all
it.
right. Well, now we
I
gotta
was
move
gonna
on.
cry
Now
now.
we
I was
gotta
gonna
move
cry
on because Sam made it so much worse.
Who goes next in the lineup here? It's me.
It's been 3
Yeah,
weeks. It's been 3 weeks since we've done this.
Well,
Yeah, it's like-
Robert, in his defense,
Which
he's
is
never known it. So let's be
This is
gentle.
true.
Let's be kind.
You assuming I forgot, but I didn't forget. I just never
Yeah,
knew.
he never learned it. Yeah.
to begin with. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this undisclosed summer camp that I worked at. I just got back from last night. I just drove back.
Disclosed it like several times.
Have I? Oh, it must have been believed because I don't
Yeah,
think
not
I
publicly. Not
has it?
publicly.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
all
He's
right.
disclosed it to
I
you.
mean, I work at. I'm gonna have you bleep this. I work at the. But
Crazy how that
Um,
wasn't bleeped. That's awesome.
I'm gonna start crying. But for the duration of this bit, I'm gonna call it camp, which is generic enough that you don't have to believe that to make it easier.
Yeah.
I would be
I work
worried
at
if
a-
it wasn't, because what would that be
Yeah,
giving
right,
away?
I work at a summer camp over the summer. This year though, I just volunteered. I've been working there since 2018. This is my
Oh, you poor soul.
that makes it. This is my 8th year, but I'm kind of toning down what I do up there now because I'm starting to back out. But I got to talk about 2 incidences that happened. One in the past and one this year.
Yeah,
But
tell
I
us about
think-
these stupid kids.
I think I have so many stories about the children, but neither one of these have anything to do with the kids.
Professor Dominic, I have a
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Professor. Okay.
So if you are working from 2018 to now, what were you doing at camp during COVID years?
Oh, okay. So in 2020 we did not open. I worked at,
Mm,
and then in 2021 we were open. And I worked there.
okay. Okay.
So
but-
for that 1 year, I was not at camp. I
Okay.
was in Rochester local.
Thank you, Professor. Question adjourned. Please continue.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that deeply. Okay, we're gonna talk about bears. We're gonna talk about bears in camp.
Oh boy.
And
Who fought a
with
bear?
Samuel's favorite
Um,
topic.
Ah, shut up.
and I wasn't
But-
thinking about. I'm not talking about like bears and large, quite hairy gay men. There are a couple of those at the camp, but I'm
Okay.
thinking about bears in the traditional sense. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. I feel like we should send that joke. And then have that.
Completely unnecessary ad lib.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about bears. We're gonna talk about bears in camp.
Just threw that in there, a little fun fact, a little trivia for us.
Oh god. Okay.
Let's say so. There's some bears in camp. We have a bear in camp, right? And it's the Adirondacks, so it's a fairly remote place that we work at up here. And we have a bear that roams for camp, and we never. I for the first 2 weeks I did not see the bear. I knew there was a bear in camp because every morning we wake up and one of the adults in camp goes, "Hey, I saw a bear last night," and we go, "Whoa, that's no good." And/or the trash is dug through, right? Like that's some prime bear activity right there, right?
Mhm.
And/or I find like a shit in one of the fields of this clearly a bear shit, and I have to pick it up, and it's like disgusting. Or one of those, right? So I know there's a bear in camp.
Mhm.
But about 2 weeks ago, I see the bear.
Mm.
Did you fight
It's
it?
11 p.m. at night. We are preparing for an inspection. We'll call it the DOH inspection. We'll call it that. So I'm running around camp doing a whole bunch of last minute things to make sure I'm on point for this inspection because we have to get for this inspection. There's no if buts about it. We're gonna pass. We have to get just enough points to pass this inspection, right? So I think I was driving up a hill in a golf cart
Mhm.
to go to some of the upper sites to put signs on the refrigerators with the temperature chart on it, which we definitely track the temperature chart of every fridge in camp. We definitely do this.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which is why I was filling out every date prior to this week that evening for Sharpie, right?
Mhm.
And I'm driving up this hill, and it's a pretty remote road I'm going up, and it's pitch black out because there's no light pollution up there. When it's dark, it's just dark.
Mhm.
And I'm driving
Right.
this stinky little golf cart from the 90s, which has never worked right. It's one of those ones you put your foot down and it stalls for about a minute, and then it starts going again, and then you go off, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm going up this hill. I see something out of the corner of my eye. I first think, oh, it's a raccoon. So I stop, right? I have a look, pull a
And then you
flashlight,
got mauled.
and I look out there. And I'm talking and it was kind of terrifying. I'm maybe 30 feet out away from me, right? Maybe the length of half a school bus, right, away from me in the woods.
Mhm.
Is a bear. It's a full on. I mean, I kind of thought it was a cub, but in retrospect, I think it was a young adult bear. It's a black bear, so they get pretty big, maybe
Right.
like I don't know 300 pounds. It looks at me, and I look at it, and it dawns upon me that I'm a really small, I'm a little man in a golf cart, and I'm about to get mauled by a bear. Which is, it's only like 30 feet away from me, but it's looking at me too. It's like it's definitely noticed that I'm here. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I put my foot down, and the golf cart stalls a whole bunch. It just makes
God.
It's making all this. It's making all this loud noise.
all of this
in the air.
loud noise, which actually is a good thing. When you see a bear, you're supposed to make a lot of loud
Well,
noise.
you're supposed to see it for a do that for a black bear. This was a black bear, right?
Yes, this is a
Okay.
black bear.
Good.
There are no
So you
grizzlies
kind of got.
in
So then you
New
kind of got
York.
lucky. If it was a brown bear, yeah, you would have ended up
Yeah.
on. You would have ended up on the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah, right. There's not a whole lot of brown bears in New York. There are no grizzlies in New York. Right. This is a black bear. It's still a pretty formidable animal, but it's not a grizzly. It is true.
Yeah, and this
I
is
put
was this a,
the golf cart is like doing it as it tries to start itself. Right. You can even see the bear looking at it like, dude, you gotta try better than that, bud. That ain't doing. And then it starts going, and then I like drive off at 10 miles an hour, which is its top speed.
yeah, that can
And,
outrun a bear.
So there's
For
a bear
sure.
camp, right? There's definitely a bear camp. I've seen the bear now, right? Now, one question is to ask yourself is how do we deal with this bear? Right?
That's what
'Cause
I
we
was
can't have
thinking.
we really can't have a bear in camp with a bunch of kids, right? Adults is one thing because we kind of know how to act with a camp. Like a 12-year-old kid is not going to know what to do with a bear. They might go up and try to pet it or something, right? Like kids are stupid.
Mhm.
This is
Right.
that sounds unreasonable, but I assure you that actually is something that like a child would do. Is like, why not friend shaped and try to kiss it or something, right?
There you go.
These are kids.
Uh-huh.
And so we call them the DEC, and state DEC arrive, and they go, "Hey, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot the bear."
Jesus Christ.
With what? Bullets?
So let me rephrase that. We're gonna try. Well, it's not a step process here. We're gonna try to scare the bear off by shooting it with a rubber bullet.
Okay.
Right. So I should have
The most
I meant to
American
say.
animal control ever.
Right.
We have a problem
have-
with this
I
animal.
have,
What are we gonna do?
I have
Fucking
I have a lot of complaints about the New York State DEC. They're kind of shit at the jobs, but that's by and by. That's a later conversation. We're gonna do it the
Oh,
bear right now.
God.
So it's like 10 p.m. at night. This is just maybe 6-7 nights ago. Right?
6,
We recorded
7?
this episode. Yeah, just a couple
God damn it.
last week. And the guy in his giant truck, he parks in the middle of like parade field, right? He just sits there, right? And he's got like a shotgun, and he has one rubber bullet, and then 5 or 6 deer slugs after that, in case
Mhm.
the bear decides to not run away. And he's waiting there, and the bear does not show up, so he does
Oh.
not get the bear. And I guess that's all the DEC wanted to do because they never came back. It's like, no problem now.
Well,
Maybe
looks
they
like you
did,
guys
I
are on
just-
your own.
And maybe they did and I just missed them, but it's since I was there, they have not returned. They were just there for that one night.
They shot the bear. They were like, "Well, I've done all I could do," and
They
then
didn't
left.
even
Yeah,
shoot
so-
the bear. The
well,
bear
we're a little
didn't
bit worried
fucking
now.
shoot-
So we've given all of our ranger staff. These people do like maintenance and stuff around camp and like maintenance of the property. A couple of them have like put like full on shotguns in their trucks now and are just like kind of waiting in case they run into the bear, which happens. But there's a bear in camp, and it's a bit scary when most of our kids, or I'd say most, all of our campers sleep in tents, which are not
Oh.
impervious to bears.
Right.
They're not bear proof.
That's
Beautiful
not
day.
good.
And mind you, like in New York State, bear attacks are extremely rare, right? And in fact, I'm quoting from memory, but I'm pretty sure I'm right to say that there has never been an unprovoked bear attack in New York State in its history. There's been some provoked bear attacks where like a camper is like, "I'm gonna take a photo of the bear," and takes a selfie, right? But there's never been an unprovoked bear attack. But if you're gonna name a demographic of people who are going to provoke a bear,
It would be children.
teenagers is that demographic, and teenagers
Yeah.
is who camps at our camp, right?
Oh.
So I was like, I am a little bit scared, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
What would you say was the people who came over with the rubber bullets? What's the name of their organization again?
The DEC, the Department of Environmental Conservation, New York State
Okay, right.
Department of Environmental Conservation, State Forest Rangers is what they are.
Gotcha. It kind of sounds like the DEC should be the ones taking care of it instead of just like showing up and doing fuck all for one night.
It's possible they did more, but that's certainly everything that I saw. And I'm pretty active in that camp. Like if something else was happening, I would know about it. But I pretty much run it. I'm part of management.
Okay.
So it's not quite my jurisdiction, but like if something was gonna happen, I would notice it. Yes.
I love the idea. This organization that is its job is to deal with this scenario,
And it's just
and
not-
they decide, okay, we're gonna shoot it with a rubber bullet. We're gonna make it fuck off. Now that I
Not
know,
a story for today. Remind me, but I gotta tell you about the lost camper we had a couple years ago. I guess last year, which the DEC also didn't do a whole lot with. That's a great story. So I'm gonna put that down. DEC lost
I feel like
camper
they
for
should
next
probably
week.
have been doing a bit with that.
Yeah, that was actually really really terrifying. We lost a kid for just about 10 hours. It's actually a
Wow.
pretty significant length of time. You know what? I'm gonna digress and just tell the story now because I think that's much more interesting than my beans and camp story. Which was next time
Uh,
okay. There's a lot of details here I have to keep hidden because I really don't want to dox the camp or this kid or anyone else involved because it was quite a long ordeal. But
yeah.
being as generic as I can, last year we lost a camper. Now, what this says is gonna sound really scary, but just roll with me, okay? We lose
Okay.
kids all the time. Like this happens.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It's a big
Yeah,
summer
that's
camp, and by lose a kid, all that means in our line of work is that we don't know where the kid is for more than about a half hour, right? It's like we have classes there. We do like classes in like archery and woodworking and whatnot, right? And if you don't show up for your class, we mark it, and it goes, "Hey, where's this kid?" And 99% of the
I
time,
know.
the kid's either in the shower, in the bathroom, is getting through the dining hall, or is just like in the campsite taking a nap, right? And we don't really care. You're allowed to do that. That's fine. We just need to know where you are, right?
right.
And then it's a Wednesday, right? I remember distinctly. It's a Wednesday at 12:45, right? It's like drilled into my head because it was really terrifying. I have this dad come up to me, right? And
Yeah.
he goes, "Hey, I can't find one of my kids." And I go, "Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. We should find one of your kids. Have you tried your campsite? Yeah, I've tried that. Have you tried the showers? Yep, done that. Have you tried like the snack shop because the kids like candy and like no, not there. Okay. So I call over my manager, who's the head of the camp, the director here, and he goes, "Okay, all right, got it. We're gonna look around a little bit on the dining hall, but we just called lunch and we only serve one lunch, so everyone at camp's probably here. So we're gonna look around here with all the people on, see if we can find him." Yeah, and we look around and we don't find him. He's not here. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. This is getting kind of serious now. So the director and we deliberate a little bit along with some of our other staff, and we decide that we're going to pull the alarm. We have and I mean this, it is a World War II air raid siren for the civil defense that we bought. And we have it just bolted to the side of a building, and we pull a switch, and it goes off. And that thing is loud, right? That thing, it'll get your attention.
Right.
So I run outside, and I pull some keys out and unlock it, and I just kind of yell to the mass of people next to me, like, cover your ears. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna do it, and I do it. And it's loud. And people in this camp know that if you hear the alarm, we drew this into because it's actually quite important. If you hear the alarm, you have to go to the center of the camp and then do a head count of your campers, so we know everyone's there. Right? This is a safety procedure. This is a fairly standard practice in New York State summer camps.
Right.
And every single, with a couple of exceptions in our like 73-year history, every single person that goes missing, we find once we pull the alarm because they know, is go back and then you go to the parade and you get the head counts fine.
Yep.
So we pull the alarm. Everyone goes to the parade field. Right. No camper. He's not there. Does not show up.
Ooh.
Okay, at this point we're starting to get a little bit worried now because like, okay, so he's missing. Okay. So
He's missing.
yeah, like this guy is he's either, I mean, we're thinking either he's got some, I don't know, like some mental disorder, or maybe he has a little bit of autism and doesn't like the loud sounds, so he's not going near it, which is, it happens. He's a kid. And we fell, right? And he broke his leg somewhere, right? And he's also missing that way. And so we're gonna start with the beginning of our lost camp procedures, which are a little bit not the best. They're better now, post this, but at the time of the story, they weren't the best.
God.
And so I take myself and my staff. I have a crew of about 4. We hop into a truck, an old beat up Dodge, and we drive to the south end of camp. And then my buddy, one of the other staff, takes his crew and goes to the north end of camp, and then we sweep it and we meet in the middle. And so I drive up. I pass this giant climbing tower we have, and we jump out and we run all in the woods back there. And we yell his name a whole bunch, and he doesn't show up. And then we funnel through north, and then they funnel through south, and they meet, and we don't find him. He's not there. He's not in camp. So at this point, we have to take our staff, and we probably have an 80-person staff here at this camp. And I think between that and the adults, we maybe had 300 people, maybe 200 people. at our disposal because we stopped pulling like able-bodied men to help with the search.
Mm-hmm.
And so we break out the plans here, and we have now. Here's the downside, right? We have a 3,500 acre property.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's the size of Fairport. It's the size of like Penfield. Like it's a substantial piece of land. And then surrounding it is about 40,000 acres of state forest. So it's a significant. I'm gonna pull it up on Google Maps and share my screen so I can kind of give you some bearings here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a huge piece of land. It's not trivial. And now we have to search it. It is maybe I know we have like 200, but that's not a whole lot of people when you're searching 3,500 acres of land. I'm outlining. You see this line I'm kind of making here? This is what we
Yeah.
own. We
Yep.
own all of this. It's 3,500 acres. All of this we own. This here in the middle, this is base camp. Right? This is where I saw that bear, by the way. It's up on this road here, like here-ish.
Mm.
Right, it's where I saw that bear. But like this
Totally should have fought the bear
this
to
is
death.
this is the base camp that we gotta deal with. It's
You're really
this is
into the
about
whole
400
fighting
acres.
the bear thing, Robert.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I am.
Yeah. And all over property, there's trails, right? There's whole trails all over this property. There's even an abandoned camp down here that we don't use anymore. That's all logging trails. You can even see them. Just go all over the place, right? And beyond
There's
that, like
something.
everything down here is nothing. There's nothing here. All of this uninhabited wilderness,
Mm-hmm.
right? So fair to say, if the kid goes missing this way, he's gonna be that's gonna be a pretty bad situation.
Yeah.
That we gotta deal with. So we're looking for this kid, right? And my first role after we did our sweep is I got stuck in what's called a main office where we delegated other search parties. We had maybe 15, maybe 20 search parties, and then we sent them out to different areas of camp, and they began doing what's called a grid search. So a little bit of search and rescue trivia here. When you're searching for a person or anything else for that matter, you do what's called a grid search, which is when you take a piece of land, you divide up like a piece of grid paper, and you take one of those boxes, you make a line across the top of that box, and you just walk in a straight line down.
Mm-hmm.
You cover the whole piece of land right there. It's really efficient. Well, it's efficient in the sense you cover everything and you know you've covered it. It's not fast. This is not a fast process.
Uh-huh.
Even if 200 people, this is a several hours to get through this entire property process.
Right.
About an hour in, we call the DEC. They show up. There's like 10 of them show up. Like this is a pretty to them, to us certainly this is a pretty major event. They were not the most helpful people in the world, to be bluntly honest.
Could afford me.
Wow.
But so we're sweeping the property. They show up, and our director is like, "Hey, DEC officer, we're doing our best. We're searching here, but like, where should we go next? We've done the property, and we're pretty sure we're not finding the kid anywhere on this property. Should we keep searching the property? Should we move onwards to state land?" And the DEC officer kind of goes, "Yeah, you should keep searching. You should search more. But where should we look?
Okay.
Yeah, you should keep searching. But like, hey, can you give us a location? No, you should just keep searching though. Okay.
What?
Can you help us?
Nah.
No, not really. No. Oh.
No?
The fuck you mean?
Possible
No.
reason.
I think the
What
actual
possible
reason,
reason?
the actual reason they give is that they don't know the land, which I guess is fair. They wouldn't know specifically this
The
property.
fuck
and we
you
do.
mean? Nah.
Well, like, isn't it his job? Isn't it what we should do? But they weren't really taking it all that seriously, which was surprising to me because the lost child is like that's like a serious thing. But whatever.
That is
I'm not
oh my god, bro.
I'm not the DEC. I don't do that kind of shit. Right.
Yo.
So at this
defund the
point,
DEC, my god, bro. What the fuck?
so at this point, about 3 hours have gone by. Right.
Mhm.
And we're like, we're starting to like real panic because we've done all the base camp, all of this here, we've swept the entirety of. Right. And he's not
Mhm.
there. And this is pretty much only place and property where the kids go. And he's not anywhere there. And we've also swept what's called one of our trails,
Mhm.
which it spans this entire lake all the way around. It's about 6 miles, and he's not anywhere along that either.
Mm.
And so like, okay, this kid's like legit, he's missing. We have no idea where he is. And 3 hours in, like we're calling his name, we pulled the sound a couple of times. Like we're assuming that this kid either had some sort of mental fit, and/or he's fallen and he's broken his leg.
He's
and
fallen and he can't get up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he can't get up, and that's why he's not responding, and that's why he's not coming towards us. We're starting to get a little scared. This entire time, by the way, I should point out that like we have a lake here, and we have a swimmer's area in this lake. and swimming class just finished. So for the first half hour here, lifeguards all doing was kind of lost beaver drill, where they dive in the water and sweep for a body in the water.
Ooh,
And they do
okay.
that for about a half hour, and then when they don't find it, they have to do a sweep of the entire lake. Not the entire lake, but along the edge of it, like the coast of the lake. Which is a lot. It's a lot of lake to cover.
There's a
And
lot of
we only have I think it was like 7 lifeguards, and they just had to like push through it and do it. It's a lot.
Damn. Okay.
Right. About 4 hours in, I'm called away from the office. I'm called with a group of maybe 25 and the DC and a couple of DEC troopers. And we decide we're gonna do one final thorough sweep of the upper part of the base camp, which is a bit weird. Because we've already swept it and we're pretty damn sure he's not there. But that's what the DC wanted to do. They wanted to do another sweep of this area, so that's what we did. And we got in a big line, and I had to trudge in wellies through a creek about as deep as my thigh, with a stick, just like poking about for well, I guess at that point for a body.
You were poking
which is
for
a little
a
bit-
boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's quite. This is really terrifying, and I'm saying this like jokingly because this is like supposed to be an entertaining show. But for the first
And
4 hours,
I'm assuming there's a happy ending to this bit.
well, for the first 4 hours, we were a bit afraid. Like we were afraid for the kid, but we thought he'd fallen over, but he's gonna be fine. We're gonna find him. After 4 hours, the tone here switches pretty rapidly to we're looking for a body. And the DC did not really help us with that because they one thing they did tell us to do is look anywhere a small child could hide or be.
Oh, that's
That
fucking
includes like sewage pipes in latrines,
Oh my God.
in ditches in the ground, in trees, anywhere where a child can pass on is
Right.
where you should be looking, which is not a comforting thought.
I was
And
just saying,
during this whole thing,
it's not very
I'm-
reassuring.
exactly. And during this whole thing, I'm one of the EMTs on property, right? So the whole time I have a giant medical bag strapped to my back, like with the whole shebang in it. And I'm just like walking through this and I'm bracing myself. At any minute now, I'm going to hear a call on my radio that some like 16-year-old staff member found a child in the water. And I'm going to have to run over there, pull the kid out and do CPR, which is what I'm required by law to do and what I was going to do if that came to it. Which
You
is
have to do
really
that?
haunting. Yes.
Even if
yes,
somebody's
you
like
do.
clearly dead, you have to do it.
There may be some gray area there, but in general, yes, I'm required to do CPR on this child.
Wow.
That is required. It's a bit different. There's more than one victim, but when there's one victim, I am doing CPR on that kid.
Wow.
I'm not taking any chances, and this is rather terrifying. So we go about 5 hours in and out, right? And we're all pretty panicking, and we've reached that point where it was 12, now it's like 6 p.m., right? The sun's starting to go down. And we're starting to think to ourselves, we haven't found this kid yet. We're gonna have to. We can't stop searching, so we're gonna have to start doing it in shifts. Okay. Well, we don't really know how to do that yet, so we're gonna ignore that for right now. Just keep going for a little bit longer. But
Right.
like that's in the back of my mind now. It's like we're gonna have to start rotating things out here. It's taking for mind you, this entire time, this like 6-7 hour period, every other
6-7.
child in camp is
Fuck
crammed
you.
into the dining hall and is just like doing like board games. Like there's like 300 people in this building. And
Oh
they're
my
having
God.
they're having a pretty bad time too. But like, what can they do? We got to find this kid.
Right.
And then I spend about 2.5 hours at the DEC and a group of staff going through this woods up here, which looks flat. It's not. It's a cliff. This part is about 400 feet higher than this part, and this is a ravine. And I was on the very end here in the ravine, going all the way down into the lake, and I just got like soaked, which sucks because you can't change clothes. But it happens. You gotta do what you gotta do. And then it's the sun's starting to set. It's about 8:45 p.m. thereabouts, and it's been about 8 hours. Nobody's had any food. Nobody's had any water. I mean, I had like a monster. That's about it, right? There's
The
been
essentials.
there's been a lot of debate in the staff about whether or not we have to. At this point, we've called in the state troopers, and they're there, and they're also the state troopers are the ones actually being kind of helpful here. So good job, Smokies.
God.
Good job, state troopers. Fuck you, D's.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite what I want to say, but that is kind of what I'm implying here. So about 8 hours in, we're gonna do. Our plan moving forward is we're gonna do one final entire sweep of our 80-person staff through the base camp, and then we're gonna start breaking off into shifts. And when I say breaking off into shifts, I mean anyone below 18 can go to sleep. Anyone above 18, adults, we're gonna keep going. Is the conclusion we got to. So like I'd say break up, but I'm not gonna get a break here. We're gonna keep going into the night until we find this kid.
Mhm.
Right. that really sucks me. I was thinking to myself, like, if this goes for like 24 hours, I'm gonna have to keep working straight for 24 hours, and it's gonna be really rough. Especially, it's not like easy work I'm doing here. I'm looking for a body.
So
This is not
I have some
CDC approved.
clarifying questions.
Yeah, sure.
Did you get overtime pay for that, or like would you if you had to work or like 24 hours straight?
No, this is not a by hour job. This is a salary job, so there
Oh,
is no
gotcha.
benefit
Okay.
in pay for this kind of work. But like even I say that I don't want to sound I don't know how to put it, but I really wish I got overtime pay or something like that, but I didn't. But I mean,
Mhm.
even if I didn't, I would still look for the kid. Right? I think that's
Yeah.
probably a pretty morally
Oh,
strong
yeah.
thing to
Yeah.
do. Here.
So
Yeah.
how long does a kid have to be missing before you stop searching for him?
There's no set in stone rule that I know of. But if I were to have a guess, probably a good 48 hours.
I was just say after a certain
Maybe
amount
2
of
days.
time, like the state troopers, DEC, they'll take over the search process, and
Yeah.
then you're only
Yeah,
required
they
to
presume
by
that.
volunteer.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know quite. This probably is an official time frame for that. I don't know what it is though, but if I were to give a guess, it's probably about 2 days. After 2 days, they probably go, "Well, this kid's dead, and we're gonna stop searching."
Yeah, more or less turns into like a recovery mission.
Yeah, it becomes a recovery mission. But we're about 8 hours deep. Right, we're gonna do one last search of camp. So we line up in a giant line from the lake here, right about here, across this ravine to this road here, between the points between this pond and this lake.
Yep.
And with one big line, and we're gonna do a sweep down until we hit to this pinch point here, which is the end of our base camp.
Mm-hmm.
And the DC wants us to do this again. At this point, this area of land has been thoroughly searched maybe 50 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're pretty positive he's not here, but that's what the DC wants us to do, and we're gonna listen to the DC.
Oh god.
And so we line up, and then we're told to stop, and we don't really know what's going on. But I see our director, and he's on a phone, and then he pulls out a second phone and is talking to that one at the same time.
Mm.
And you can even see him like try to pull out a radio, and it's like just talking to 3 people at once. Like he's like walking about, and like what a legend, right? Because this is a tough job he's doing, but he's doing it like a champ. I can't say his name, but if you're not listening to this, but if you were, he did a fantastic job. And then he's talking, and like then he's talking with a state trooper, and then he's like calling on a phone of a mother to get like I want like a face to face recognition confirmation this is the right kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going back and forth, and and about a half hour later, they call the search, and we find the kid. The state troopers have found the kid. And that's the end of the evening. And we were all really, really relieved. I nearly collapsed after that point because I honestly was thinking I'm gonna have to look for a body here. And I'm gonna have to perform CPR and start an AED on this child. And that's some pretty nasty stuff right there. You don't wanna- you
That's
don't
not
wanna
a very
do it.
comforting thought.
No, it really
No.
isn't. But what happened here, and you can't show the map on a podcast. I'm gonna do my best to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
This is our property here.
Yep.
Up here we have a shotgun range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can learn
Oh,
how
boy.
to use a gun, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's one of those. camps.
That-
It's what I call a fun camp. The kid had a class there, walked up this road,
Mm-hmm.
which is what he's supposed to do. Take a left right here to our range. Decided he didn't want to be in camp anymore, and left. He went north
what?
out of property. And,
Man, I'm bored.
You can't see it on the. You can kind of see it here.
Uh-huh.
This is our property. It's all entirely snowmobile and logging trails, right? And they're not on a grid. It's just a mess. It's like spaghetti. They're all over the place. So he went north, got lost in here, right? Wandered around there for like 3 hours. Eventually bumped down to, we believe, this road here, which is not a road. It's a dirt path.
Mm.
But this is the same when I drive a truck up full of garbage once a day. This road, right? We think he wanted this way to this road. Follow this road north to which is a town you're gonna have to bleep because it's obvious. It's right next to it. This is a town in quotation marks. It has like 5 buildings in it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was found on the road on the porch of one of these houses by a state trooper.
Dumbass fucking kid.
This is
What the fuck is he doing, bro? What the
of about I'm gonna say 4 or 5 miles he wanted through nothing, through just dense wilderness.
Uh-huh.
And he
Good thing
landed
he didn't run into the bear.
Yeah, right,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right. And so this kind of sucks, right? Because a property line's right here, right? So we searched all of our property down here because we figured he would stay on property because that's where our trails lead to. But no, he went completely off board, completely off trail, and traveled into nothing, and then
Mhm.
found his way to the neighboring town about 5 miles away. And we find him, or we say a state trooper finds him. And really what happened is he got hungry, sat down on a porch, and a mother came outside. I was like, wait a second, this ain't my kid, and called the police. And they came over and picked
Dude.
him up. And you gotta think, there's so many things here that's like, what? Like, he got so lucky, right? Like, we're talking about the middle of nowhere, New York, right? That's where perverts live, right? Like, if that kid's gonna be abducted, that's where it's gonna happen. He got so lucky that the mother was like, I'm gonna call the police and not do anything else. Right? Like, he got so lucky there. And after that, we were done for the day. And this was a Wednesday, and we go until Saturday for a program. And what sucks is, we got like the rest of the evening off, but the next day, the junior staff were a little bit different. We gave everyone below 18 like a day off, but everyone above 18, next day I was back at work.
Damn.
You just have to keep going. And that was lost. That was lost camper. That was really terrifying. I have this nightmare about once a month or so. I wake up in a cold sweat where I'm pulling this kid out of the water and I'm doing CPR. And that hasn't left me yet. And maybe it will in the future, but so far it hasn't. But I do think about that a lot. But
Dang.
that's my job. That's what I do up in the mountains. That's why you don't see me for like 3 to 4 weeks at a time. Is because I'm doing shit like that in the mountains.
Well, God, hey, I mean,
Usually that was a lot less serious than that. That was like the worst. That was probably the worst day we've had in 15 years.
dude,
Right.
Can I just say
that
though,
is
it might be in a little bit poor taste, but that kid, fucking legend, dude. He gets sick of camp, decides to go wander in the woods, finds a road, finds a shitty unpaved trail, follows it, gets hungry, sits on some dude's porch till they come out and feed him.
What a G. Apparently, this kid has a history of just leaving places that the parents just never told us. Right? Like at one point, like at his school, he just got up and left school one day, like onto the Dewey Ave or whatever. Right? Like he just does this.
Oh my god, he's a flight
and
risk.
Nobody bothered to tell us this obvious concern that we should know about, because the parents aren't necessarily the most responsible in the world. And this is what happens when you don't disclose that kind of stuff: is we lose children.
Man.
And it's a really good thing he didn't run into the bear, because then that would have turned into
something else.
It would have turned into a recovery mission. State troopers would have come in, like state agents would have come in. They would have
a lot.
First thing they would have done is they would have. You said your divers only covered like the coastal lake.
Yeah, we covered the just the lake.
Yeah, they would have ended up sweeping the entire bottom of that lake.
Oh yeah,
God
definitely.
damn, bro.
And then they would have, and then after that they would have gone to find the bear.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
so that's
maybe the
lost
DEC would have brought more than one rubber bullet. Maybe.
And then maybe the DEC would
Do their
would
fucking
file
job.
more than just paperwork.
I'm not. How to put this? I'm not. I say the entirety of the staff. We're not in love with the DEC's work.
Could have fooled me.
Work ethic.
Yeah, and I actually am like seriously considering why the hell are we funding these people for search and rescue missions when they're not doing search and rescue missions? You know who did a lot of work? You know who did most of the work? The state troopers, right? Who are not the DEC.
Yeah.
They did the actual brunt work, right? And we know now that in the future, when we have a missing camper, we are not calling the DEC. We are calling the state troopers first. On a much lighter note, Sam, do you have some comic relief for us?
I think it's Robert next.
I was just saying, I definitely have some comic relief.
Please, Robert. Oh my god.
So
that was heavy.
Something that I have been getting into the last like few months are like these like crazy like batshit stupid hypotheticals, and I have a couple here with you now, and I want to spark some heated debate, if you will.
I'm all ears. I'm listening.
All right. So hold on. I need to pull up something very. This is very specific.
This is very specific.
Hypothetical.
Okay.
100 homeless people versus 1,000 rats. And there's more. There are more stipulations here.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the rats.
Right off the bat.
Hold
Right
on.
off the
Surely
bat.
we got to hear stipulations
Rats.
first, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Surely we got to get
yeah,
the
let's-
whole question before we start answering.
yeah. Let's get the stipulations. What
That's
are
what
the
they taught me in
stipulations
math
here?
class.
So the rats are addicted to Adderall,
What?
Why?
and their supply was taken away 3 days before the battle. So they've been going through withdrawal symptoms for 3 days.
Okay.
Oh man.
And we put Adderall in the pockets of the homeless people.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay.
But the homeless people are being paid $20 to battle, and each rat has $1 taped to it.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
That's the hypothetical. You have homeless people who are being paid to hold on to Adderall and kill a ton of rats, but the rats are genuinely tweaking.
I have to go with the rats on this one, man. I have to go with the rats. There's nothing worse than a tweaking rat, bro.
Nothing's worse than a
You
tweaking
say as
rat.
if you've had experience.
Listen, I know.
Okay. I want to
Read
brag, but
enough books.
I actually have had experiences of rats, some
Yes.
which were tweaking, and I do tweak. They are brutal, man. They are vicious. I'm gonna give it to the rats. Full stop.
Yeah, cats are scared of rats. Cats do not pick fights with rats. Generally speaking, like there are some that will. Your average cat is not going to take on a
Have you
rat.
guys seen like a rat? Like I know it's like that. Like some people think like rats are like a mouse. No, rats are huge. They're like formidable. I'm gonna put a rat
Yeah,
image.
this
They're bigger
is
than you
no
think they
fucking
are.
joke. It's a giant ass rats. Yeah, Adderall. And these homeless people, yeah, sure, okay, they're gonna get like a boost in energy because they want money, but they're tired. They're not at the best of their,
See,
game.
you know what? Honestly, I get where you guys are coming from with this rat argument, but I think you guys are foregoing the indomitable human
The
spirit.
indomitable human
I think you
spirit.
are. I honestly think you are. I think you're foregoing the notion that these homeless people are at the worst state of their lives. They are at rock bottom. They
Like-
cannot go lower.
Like look at that rat. Like it's the size of his head. Give or take. I mean, that's a big rat.
That is a big rat. But
Yeah.
imagine
There's your-
now imagine that was a homeless man holding this rat. And then he just starts gripping and beating the fuck out of it.
So
And
sorry,
ripping
what
that
was the
dollar
comment?
off.
Is it 100 homeless versus 1,000 rats? That's
Yes.
what 10 rats a person.
That's 10,000
Um,
rats.
10,000 rats.
10,000 rats.
Oh.
That's 1,000 rats a person. That changes the things entirely here. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna go to the
Yeah,
rats.
I gotta go. You can
I'm not-
only
I'm
go
not
so
sure,
far.
like, you know,
You can only go so far with the indomitable human spirit. At
Your
some point,
your spirit can only be so indomitable. Okay, now what if
the indomitable
No.
human spirit to rat ratio.
I'm not sure, like, you know, Tweak and Tony there on Dewey Abs and take down 1,000 rats.
Okay, now
Here's what
what if it was 10,000 mice?
Oh, easy.
Oh
easy.
yeah,
Mice
easy.
is
dude.
real
I
tiny.
could even I could take out like 10,000 mice myself. Like, come on now.
Well, that's
Okay.
a stretch. I don't think
You
can
don't know
do it
me.
by
You
yourself.
don't know me.
I mean, at this point, I think I know you pretty well.
don't know me.
I don't think you can do it.
You don't know me.
Well,
You
I
don't
don't
know.
know
Okay.
what you want me to say.
Now what if each homeless person was armed with a rifle versus 10,000 rats? Like a BB
still-
rifle. A BB rifle.
like a
I'm
varmint
giving it to
rifle.
the rats. I'm giving it to the rats.
Yeah.
I'm
I-
gonna
Yeah,
be honest,
not
I
like
don't think the
not
BB
100
rifle-
people stood in a line,
Yeah.
firing squad.
I don't think the BB rifle makes all that much difference, right? Because rats, they move really fast, and I mean this with
Yeah.
love, but homeless people, they do not have the best aim.
They
Right?
do
So
not.
I don't think it's gonna make any difference, right? You're gonna give food like 5 babies, it's gonna be like I have to reload now, and it'll be attacked by rats and be dead.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, have you
I don't
heard
think it's any
stories
different.
like some people have a hard time? Some crack addicts do this, but some people have a hard. I say this with like no prior experience talking to crack addicts.
Some crack
Some
addicts
people-
do this. I used to know back in the day when I was a crack addict.
When
I have
when
six in my basement right now, and I can ask them live on the podcast.
Why-
I have 8 crack addicts locked in my basement.
it is
And I'm gonna force them to fight 10,000 rats.
Mr. Beast style.
It is no small thing to fight one rat. It is no small thing. You
Mhm.
know, the Chinese
Okay.
used to execute people by like locking people's faces with rats.
Yeah.
Hungry rats, not even Adderall addicted rats, just rats that haven't eaten, and that rat would fuck up that person's face.
Yeah, they used
That-
to
I mean-
they used to lock people in rooms. They had these big like rubber rooms, and they had rats in them, and they would drive the people fucking crazy. and
Yikes.
it was insane, man.
That's actually a thing they did?
Yeah, it was okay. So
Are you making this up?
no,
I
I
feel like
swear to
I'm-
God,
I
I
feel like
swear
he's
to God,
making
I'm
this
not
up.
making this up. You're in a room, a rubber room with rats, and the
Okay.
rats make you crazy.
This is the bit. I was just saying, this is the bit. This is the bit.
Crazy. I was crazy one.
Okay, I'm moving on to my next hypothetical.
Yeah, go on.
Who here knows of Bickle?
I do
I
not know
do.
of a Bickle. Should I know a Bickle?
I
I'm
know.
gonna Google Bickle now.
Yes.
No,
Sam, you
Bickle-
would have. Sam, he was at my birthday.
Yes, I remember Bickle, which
Okay,
is
I'm gonna
totally his
send-
real name. His real name is
That's
Bickle.
totally his real name. So
Okay.
he's kind of like a mini kingpin. He's like a big guy, but
I
it's
would definitely not describe him as a mini kingpin. Are you serious? Never
well,
mind.
no,
Go ahead.
like from the comics,
Okay, for the
But
comics.
he's like mini kingpin from the comics, where he's like a big guy, but it's a lot of muscle. He's not fat,
Mhm.
so to say.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So one day somebody came up with the bloodlusted Bickle hypothetical. The general way it goes is you individually are solely responsible for the death of his entire family.
Okay.
His
Okay.
his dad, his brother, his stepmom, I think he has a stepsister. You get the
Right.
you get the idea. You are solely responsible for his. It's not even like an accident. It's like, oh no, you specifically pulled the trigger.
Mhm.
Okay.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. His only goal now is to kill you.
Mm.
Oh, bah.
Bah. Okay.
This is a
So you're-
Princess
you're at
Bride situation right
You're
here.
at the roof. You're at the roof of the Kodak building. It's pouring rain. Bickle stands between you and the door.
Life.
The door
Oh,
off the roof. Who's winning? You or bloodlusted Bickle?
do I get a weapon?
No, you are unarmed.
I'm dead then. I can't. Yeah. Nah.
You're unarmed except for what might be on the roof. So you might get lucky and there's just like a pipe or a crack needle.
What if I challenged him to a battle of wits? Do you think would Bloodlusted Bickle be willing to
No.
battle me?
No,
No.
you'll start speaking. You'll start speaking. He'll run at you and then he'll shoulder check you off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can't. Yeah, I can't kill Bickle. It's over. It's over. I can't win.
Mhm.
And we had like this big like debate because we had like this whole list of people who could, people who might, and people who wouldn't. I think you could assume where I fell on that list.
Yeah. No,
I mean, you're
you ain't
pretty
got a
athletic.
chance.
You ain't got a chance. I mean, he's got.
No.
No.
If I were to walk into his house and gun down his entire family, Flint Lockwood style,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
the roof of the Kodak building, the only way I'm getting off the roof is off the side of it.
Yep.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so here's my thinking here, right? You're on the roof of the Kodak, right? It's quite
Right.
a steep roof, and I don't think
Yeah.
it comes down to. I don't think it comes down to skill here. I think it comes down to just brute. Who can put like a sumo wrestling competition? Who could push the other person over faster?
Right.
And I say this of love, but he looks a little bit more larger than I am, and I'm quite a small guy.
Uh-huh.
So I reckon he could throw me off that roof quite fast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thus, I do what most troll people do, which is go right for the ankles. And, throwing him over.
Start snipping at ankles.
Go for the
I'm gonna give it
ankle.
like a 50-50 shot.
That's generous.
It
Don't worry,
probably is quite generous.
Yeah, this week I wanted to talk about dad lore, but as soon as Jacob mentioned bloodlusting Bickle, I was like, oh wait, that's a spelling error. I was like, okay, well now I have to talk about that in the homeless rats.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
think,
gotta say
Jacob?
though, I think I could take him. I honestly do.
Yeah, I think you're the only person here who could like
At least stand a chance. Yeah.
who
I think so.
stands the most chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to deadlift you and throw you off the roof, so that's one thing.
Yeah.
He definitely would chuck me off. So
Oh,
that's
for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't. It's fucking.
Yeah.
So you probably
Yeah.
do stand the most chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he
only
really does.
problem is that, well, wait, does Bickle play any sport?
No.
Oh, okay, then yeah, never mind. I think Jake could probably stand. Like, I'd give him a 75%.
I think the thing is though, I think so. I think Dominic's idea with the sumo wrestling is probably accurate of
Right.
how it would go
You're
down.
trying to balance on the Kodak Tower with an image of it. I need some dimensions of Kodak Tower here.
Yeah,
You know?
because
Okay.
I don't.
I could have
If
also
this
just
is a
picked like a
larger tower, right, with a little bit of area, what you do this is the method. If you're a smaller man, Dominic, pay attention. What you do
I'm
is
paying
you
attention.
back yourself to the edge of the tower. You wait for bloodlusted Bickle to charge you, and then you quickly sidestep him, and he goes over himself, and then it's a suicide.
Mm,
And then it's a
that's a good idea.
suicide.
Yeah,
it's turned into a bull charge.
yeah, literally.
Yep.
I'm trying to find a
There
good
you go.
image of the Kodak Tower's roof. I'm not. Google's not really helping me out.
I was just say I could have just picked a building randomly that had like a sloped roof, but I'm pretty sure
Oh my
you're
God,
pretty much just
okay,
standing on a
got
flat. Yeah, you're standing on a flat roof.
Yeah, that makes
Hold
sense.
So
on,
imagine you're
hold on.
Okay, so how about the high rises on campus?
Yeah.
Imagine
Oh, yeah.
something. Imagine something like that. That's like the
I don't know.
dimensions you're working
Look
with
at
here.
that spire though. That spire, does that not tell you? Does not speak of like Sherlock Holmes villain-esque arch at the end right
Oh
there?
my god, I love
On the
it.
spire, just two of you on top of each other, gonna duke it out to
Whoa,
death. Like that is prime, right?
Isn't that like what he and Moriarty actually did? No, that was a waterfall.
That was a
Never mind.
waterfall.
That was a waterfall. Okay. Still, this would have been perfect for an adaptation of what's it
Although,
called? The
if
Great
you were
Game?
on the spire and you fell off, I reckon you'd be fine though, because you're gonna fall down to this second balcony below. Below it says Kodak, just below that. That's another
And
balcony.
then you get into the second phase of the battle.
Yeah, the second phase.
Right. I reckon a fall from that height it'll hurt, but I think you'd be fine because I don't think
what
you're
I
gonna hit
reckon
that
happens,
balcony.
I'll tell you what, is you get up to that spire, right? And what it is, you're escaping, you open the door, oh no, you can't go anywhere. All of a sudden you turn around, Bickle comes out, it's a quick time event.
Right.
If you succeed the quick time event, you go on to the boss fight. If you fail, you go to the ground floor.
You go to the ground floor.
Express ticket to the ground floor. That's what happens.
Oh god, quick time events. There you go.
Yeah.
That's some wonderful logic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I don't
hurt
think-
myself.
I'm not beating anybody without a weapon. Any hypothetical where I don't have something that I can use to my advantage, it's just an automatic lose.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be
He needs
real.
a Glock in his Rari, or else he doesn't have a chance.
Exactly. That's exactly what I need. If I don't get a Glock in your hypothetical, then I lose automatically.
I got one.
Oh,
I got one.
he's got one. He's got one. Okay.
This is completely half baked. It's probably a really poor idea. We're gonna go with it. All right. Would you rather?
No.
I would not. I would not rather.
I
Would you
will
rather-
not be playing your games. Thank you.
Rochester to Miami Beach on the Amtrak, or Rochester to Miami Beach on the cheapest airline with like 6 layovers in different states.
Are
Which
you
one's
like
worse?
trying to finagle like travel advice out of us? Is that what you're doing right
I'm
now?
not. I got a flight to Florida. But I'm just thinking to myself, my flight has a layover, and like I hate layovers. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I could have saved a lot of money by getting the Amtrak. It is it's like a 3-day train journey,
Fuck
and I'm
that.
only down for 4 days, so it would not have worked out. But
I will tell
You
you
know,
right now.
which one's
in
worse,
my-
3 days on a train or like 16 hours of like several layovers? One in Atlanta, one in like fucking San Francisco. Because that's always how that shit works. The cheap flights.
Okay, hold
One
on.
on, like, JFK, one
One
on
second.
Dulles.
I'm confused on the travel vector here. Where are we going to again? You said
Miami.
Where the fuck is
Miami.
Miami? That's in Florida, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's like the
Florida.
southern tip
So
of Florida.
how do we get to San Francisco?
Well,
What?
cheap
Yeah, what
flights.
kind of layover are you taking?
That's a
Cheap
crazy
flights
layover.
are not direct. Sometimes, like my brother's taken flights like that. He's taken from like, Southern Illinois to like New York. Right? It's been like Southern Illinois, and you travel to the major hub, which is Atlanta, which is 1,000 like it's like 800 miles south.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to go up, but not to New York. You have to go to another transfer up in like Maine, and then down to New York. That's how these things work.
Well,
It's never direct.
either way,
Cheap
it's not all the way across the continental U.S.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna go into different time. Those are not gonna take you into different time zones.
All right. These layovers. Okay, so it's gonna be Rochester to Frederick Douglass. Okay, first Rochester to JFK to Atlanta to Greensville to Miami. 5
Okay, where the
layovers.
hell's Greensville?
Next to Atlanta.
Oh,
Not too far
okay.
away.
That's a
That's
lot.
not too bad.
Would you take
I
that?
mean,
Would you take that? Or would you take the train?
I'd take that over the train.
Well, so
I'd
okay,
take the train.
yeah,
bruh. Take the
I
train.
think in that situation I would take the train. It heavily depends on how long the trip is for both, though, because the
I mean,
Amtrak
that
system is
yeah.
the most horrible public transportation system I've ever seen.
Wow.
It's a bit sad that that's our best attempt at public transportation.
I looked
Amtrak.
into
I mean, if you're not
Amtrak.
accounting planes, because a plane system is pretty good, but it's also quite much for
Yeah,
the job
I
it's
looked
doing.
into a while ago a Amtrak train from Rochester, New York to like Albany or something, or maybe New York City, one of the two.
How long is it,
Either
about 5 hours?
36.
Oh, wow. Man,
36.
that's a
That
gap.
is like a 4-hour drive to Albany from here. It's about 6 to New York-ish. Like,
I'm gonna pull up the Amtrak right now. I want to see how long a train is from Rochester to Miami.
So wait,
Amtrak.
like, what exactly do you dislike about the Amtrak system besides
it's
like?
so horribly inefficient. It's
I guess
so
so.
horribly inefficient, and it goes nowhere. It's like there's so few places outside of like the eastern coast, the eastern seaboard, that it goes to.
That is
It's
fair.
horrible.
Rochester, New York to Miami. I'm trying to think. So does Miami have a?
See,
Oh,
this
they
is
do.
what
They
I'm
got
saying.
two.
There's no way to
We
know if a city has one.
We do.
That's
It's a bit. This is a bit. It is a bit sad that this is what we do. One traveler. Oh fuck! Depart date. All right, fine. Today.
Today.
Fine trains.
We're on today.
Oh, okay. It's not terrible, but it's not good.
Mhm.
It departs from Rochester train terminal at 5:33 a.m.
Mhm.
It is
Aw.
a 37-hour train ride.
Yeah.
It
Ooh.
arrives 6:59 p.m. Wednesday, July 23rd. Coach is 412, which is about the same. Actually, it's a bit more than a plane ticket. And business is sold out, but a private room though is 1,043, which is less than a
Okay.
first class. But
Damn.
no one gets
Okay.
that. Everyone's gonna be getting coach, and coach is probably about the same as a cheap airline, maybe even a little bit more than a cheap airline. Amtrak, what do you get on the game here? You're like the only thing, you're only train system, man.
I
Yeah.
see. The thing is, though, I like trains. Like in general, I
Yeah,
do
exactly.
like train rides. That's
Yeah, like
that.
train
They're
rides are
cool,
so
but I don't want to
cool.
be on a train for 30
Yeah,
hours.
exactly.
Yeah, no,
That's
it
my
is.
issue with fucking Amtrak.
Yeah.
It takes so long. Trains are so cool. Like a train ride is fucking awesome in theory, but we just
Yeah.
can't have them here because
If
the
you're
fucking
literally
car has taken over everything in this country.
the
Yeah,
Americans, they kind of went either it's going to be a car or we're going to do planes, and that's what we're going to put our money into.
Yeah, and then after
It's
9/11,
planes, trains, or automobiles, except there's no fucking trains.
I get the
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
I do not.
I'm still waiting for that high speed rail from like Maine to Miami that somebody promised me. Many politicians, many times, but it hasn't happened yet, has it?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't
It's a
understand.
pipe dream.
Because I reckon there's no way that like like a high speed from I don't know, like almost Maine to Miami wouldn't be. There's no way that's not gonna make money. How was no Japanese investor thought to themselves, I know what I could do? Put a train in America along the densely populated East Coast. Right? How is that not gonna make money? It's gonna print money. And we're
Why
talking about America.
enrich another country when you can enrich? This is Japanese logic, right? Why enrich? They're very kind of
I'm
like they've
amazed that the
gotten
Japanese
better.
haven't done this, right? Because like Japanese have done this with cars, with Toyota, Nissan, Honda, so on and so forth. They've done this with video games, with like Nintendo,
I mean,
Sony's
that's
Japanese.
easier though.
They've
Like
done it
that
for
stuff.
TVs. They've done this with computers. They've done this with
Yeah.
most
So,
of the
well,
local
I
equipment.
mean, like that's the thing is though with that, like that's a product that
That's a
they're
product.
moving and shipping. With a
It
train,
always.
it's
Yeah.
you're building tracks, you're building tunnels and bridges and shit. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
infrastructure. That
And
I
those
reckon that could be a
products.
product too, right? I think we need to get. I don't know who does the bullet trains in Japan. I don't know who does the bullet trains in Japan, but whatever that is, like EPCO, they need to sell a $14 billion project to Amtrak,
Mhm.
and Amtrak
Yeah.
should buy it and just have them do it, right? This is one thing we know: Americans are good at many things, but trains just really isn't. We're just not good at trains.
Public transit is
Public
our
transit.
Yeah,
fucking
public transit in
kryptonite.
general.
So I'm
In
kind of for it. Let's
general.
not even try. Let's not even try because we have tried before, and we get like the Detroit tube and or the tube at New York City, which sucks. They're both terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't even bother. Let the Japanese do it. They're good at that kind of stuff. Let them
I don't
do it.
think that I
it'll
think
be
it would have
fine.
to be the Chinese. I don't think it could be the Japanese.
In this political climate, it ain't gonna be the Chinese. I'll tell you that much for free.
The Chinese would never
Yeah,
do
it
it
has
for
to
us.
be the
And then
Japanese.
also, I don't think any American would want our Chinese to do it. And also, I
Yeah.
like the Japanese more than I like Chinese, and I think they do a much better job at that kind of stuff. That's what they're known
like-
for: is efficient transportation.
But see, that's the
Right.
problem, right? Like everything that the Japanese do that we profit off of or we enjoy. I mean, it always starts in Japan first. Like they're not really people who build things in other countries. Like the products that they sell us, that starts out in Japan. They sell it
Yeah,
in,
fair point. This
like
would be completely different, but just imagine how much money it would make, not only for the Japanese, which is why I'm amazed they haven't done it yet, but how much
True.
money it would make for Amtrak. So I'm amazed they haven't really do it. There's no way that like a high speed rail. We're talking like it goes from, I can look at a map here, but it goes from like Maine through Boston through DC, Jersey City, down through through New York City, down south through all the coastal cities, all the way down to Miami. There's no way there's not going to be money, right? Because you're not attacking the cars here, right? What you're marketing against is the plane, and people don't like flying. Right? People
They don't.
romanticize, especially Americans. We romanticize train rides, mainly from Europe. We really romanticize them. And so now you can have a train ride for less than a plane that's only like 4 or 5 hours long. There's no way that's not going to sell. It's going to sell. I'm amazed no one's done it yet.
that should be a project. We should take that on as a project. Advocating for trains.
I'm so amazed that I'm starting to suspect there might be a political reason why. Maybe it's land ownership
Well,
reasons there why we haven't done it.
a part of the whole thing is though Amtrak is a legal monopoly granted and created by the government.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a normal monopoly where you'll have like Google. Like that's a natural monopoly where it's like it's just that's what everyone uses. They're the best company,
Oh,
whatever.
busted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amtrak is different. Amtrak is a monopoly in the way that the post office is a kind of a mail monopoly. It is designed because it is not profitable enough for big corporations to go into the industry. And so Amtrak is a government monopoly. I mean, it's set up by the government. It's not like a government thing.
And this raises a completely different, like almost like how to put this, like a socio-political question of like, should we allow this, right? Because we could do what I don't even know if this is what I would do, but the subsequent to this, the opposite of this is we don't fund Amtrak and they just die off, right? As a company would. And then there would be no rails of any sort.
Yeah.
There would be like cargo transportation, but there would be no passenger transportation in America, full stop.
Yeah.
Now, is that better or is that worse? I don't really know. It kind of there's some debate to be had there. But
I
it is
mean-
entirely true. Amtrak was and kind of still is funded by the United States government to maintain liability.
Amtrak, it was designed to make a train system because no other corporation would touch the idea of it. Their whole job is to
hang
make
on
a
just
functional.
Come on in.
Oh my god! If I get interrupted during my train rant one more time, autistic me is going to
um,
lose it.
It's a little bit sad that that's kind of how it is.
It's
but
their whole job,
Americans,
and they fucking
Americans
suck at
don't
it.
like trains. We just don't do them. I think it's a bit bullshit. We could do them, but we don't. We choose not to. We choose to have
Yeah.
planes instead.
Ugh.
And then and then planes are fucking expensive as hell too, which is fucking
Expensive as
awesome.
hell. Not
People
comfortable.
underestimate how efficient a train is at transporting mass over a distance, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to think of a plane. Like sure, it drives up, and I guess there's less air resistance in the atmosphere than there is down here. But
Mhm.
when it comes to amount of fuel used over amount of cargo moved, the train is one of the most efficient ways to do this.
Yep.
Which
Sure
is why we use trains all the time for like cargo. Like there's loads of cargo trains all over the place in America. We just
Mhm.
don't do passenger trains. For whatever reason, it's just not within our culture to do trains. We do cars and planes.
I hope Henry Ford is burning in hell for what he did.
I mean, didn't he do a lot
no.
for like charities and shit like
I
that? I mean,
don't
I'm sure
give a
there's a lot
shit.
of.
Yeah, rich guy seems very unlikely.
I mean,
come on.
back in those days, philanthropy among the rich was like it did happen. Like he is the reason we have Saturday and Sunday off. However, it was so people had money to go spend and make the economy better, so people would buy more of his cars. Fuck Henry Ford. Fuck all of his charity. Fuck the car-based society we live in. Fuck Amtrak, and it's time for closing goddamn statements.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's just fuck Amtrak. Let's just let's stick with fuck Amtrak.
Amtrak.
We'll work our way up to 4. from there.
No, fuck Henry Ford. He was a shitty person.
Shall
And
we do closing
I will
statements?
not
Shall we do
have
closing
this
statements?
Henry Ford anti-slander in this podcast. I will not stand for it. Anyways, closing statements.
I feel like you're having a bad day here. Do you want a hug? I feel like
I
you want a
have
hug.
I haven't slept in like over 24 hours.
Oh, don't
So
even tell me about it. Don't even speak those words to me, man. You have no idea. My sleep schedule for the past 3 weeks have been I am awake until 1 a.m. and I wake up at 5. Like that has been my sleep. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
Oh, you want to complain about bad sleep
I don't wanna hear it.
schedules? Oh,
let's
okay.
not get into
He
this.
wants to go there. Okay,
No,
let's go.
no,
Let's
no.
go down the 8
I don't wanna
a.m.
hear it.
to 5
I
p.m.
don't wanna hear it.
pipeline, buddy.
That is
I
it.
can do this all
I'm
day.
going to
I've
mute
been doing
myself.
this for 3 weeks,
I am
buddy.
I'm turning you down at my dial.
You
I'm turning you
fucker!
down.
God damn you!
Turn
What is
down.
it? That's not fair. You can just mute me.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't
Oh,
hear
my
anything you're saying.
Okay, all right. That's-
Okay, I'm back.
So, how about the closing statements?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
closing
closing
statements.
statements.
Samuel,
Closing
help me out
statements.
here.
Yeah, okay. Closing statements.
Good luck tying all these together.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Why do we have the DEC? Why does Amtrak suck ass? And why are there still homeless people? For us to consider the fact that there would be 100 homeless people to fight 10,000 rats. Our government may not be the most efficient structure.
Bold statements only on this podcast. Bold statements only.
Consider this, ladies and gentlemen.
What a hot take from Sam here. The government may not be highly efficient and effective.
Consider this, ladies and gentlemen. It may be time.
It might be time.
Revolt! Take up arms!
It may be time for socialism. Nah. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah, we are the future as college students and young folk. I mean, some of you may not consider me young, which is
You're
fine.
not.
So then, fuck you. The burden is on you. Then the three of you guys are the future. Future college
Three
graduates.
of us? Are we really
Yes.
calling? Okay.
Yes. He's
Oh.
4 years younger than me, so he counts.
Okay.
Who?
So.
Where are we? What are we doing?
See, you want to count him?
Yeah.
Grandpa has dementia. He doesn't even know where he is right now.
I'm sorry. Is this a podcast? IT
Listen.
support for my computer.
The point is, it is your job to be the change that you want to see. If you want to make Amtrak better than it currently is, that's your task. If you want to reform the DEC, that's your task and your responsibility. If you want to abolish homelessness, again, you are the future, and I have the utmost faith in you. So while you guys are off doing that, I'm going to continue building my magic decks. Thank you very much. I'm rooting for you. That's my closing statement.
That was
Who goes
great.
next?
That was great.
Yeah, who goes
oh
next?
my god, it's
Is it
Robert.
Robert?
It's Robert. It's Robert.
Okay.
If you fuckers would just pay
I'm
attention for
sorry.
once in your lives, I swear to God, my life would be 20 times easier.
Bickle, if you're listening, and there might be a chance he does, because I'm gonna ask him after this if we have to blur his name.
Bleep his name. You can't blur
if you want to
words,
meet,
but okay.
If you want to fight on the top of one of the high rises, just you have to blur that out or bleep that too. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know. We
Yeah,
definitely won't jump you and throw you off.
And the pouring rain.
Yeah, Batman v Superman style.
Batman v Superman style.
Let us know, Bickle.
Yeah, let us know.
I'll be like a combination of Batman and Superman. I'll be like Batman where he has no powers, and I'll be like Superman where he has no money.
Yeah, I think that'll work great for you.
No, it isn't gonna work. That's why I might just round up 100 homeless people.
Yeah,
it might be easier to make 10,000 rats addicted to Adderall than to beat him in a
one
fight.
Bickle.
There you go.
Wonderful. That was so wonderful, Robert. I really appreciate that. Dominic, would you like to hit us with a closing statement?
I would. I do feel a little bit bad because I went to like a really heavy topic and then I proceeded to insult you for your sleep schedule, which is not necessarily fair. I do feel a little bit bad for that. But if you are a Japanese aristocrat listening to this
Oh boy.
podcast, first off, what are you doing? Stop it.
Mhm.
You
No,
should-
don't
you
stop.
should-
Please keep listening. Fund us.
Yeah. we are accepting sponsorships. If anyone would like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
take us up on
But
that.
if,
by
if
the
you
way.
are a fairly wealthy Japanese aristocrat, you should consider building a high-speed rail from in the United States. I think you can make some money off it. I think we can make some money off it. I think this is a win-win scenario here. It may be a win-win-lose for Amtrak if we do it outside of Amtrak, but I'm kind of okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm okay with that.
If
Yeah,
you
fuck
if you
Amtrak.
listen to this, Japan,
Yes, if
Um,
the entire nation of Japan is listening to our podcast,
if you listen to this in Tokyo or in Sendai, you're welcome to build a train here. I will
Only two
not.
Japanese places, by the way.
I will not stop you. What was that?
those are the only two Japanese places.
Oh, that's it. Can I name other ones? Kyoto,
Hokkaido.
Fukushima.
I can
I
think
thought you
of
said Al Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda
I
is
can
not
I
in
can
Japan.
I can think of two off the bat that you guys haven't named.
Okay.
Okinawa.
Okinawa is
Oh,
an
Ireland.
island. It doesn't
That's
count.
not it's an island. It is part of Japan. Fuck, I can't name anything else. Oh, there's Yokohama is a place.
Dominic,
South
Dominic,
of-
Land?
Dominic, where did
Tokyo.
we drop the bombs? Remember that.
Oh, Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
There you
of
go.
course.
That's good.
There you
So,
go.
I wasn't
Yep.
thinking in World War II terms. I was thinking in what companies do I know which are named after locations? And Yokohama is one.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go.
My fault.
Sendai.
Kamurocho. That's a good one.
Sendai is one. Okay, how do I my closing statement turn into us naming cities in Japan? This is not working. We're gonna try a new closing statement. You can just add all that out, which you're not gonna do, I know, but I'm gonna try anyways. If you listen to this,
I love how self-aware he is.
nation of Japan and or state of New York, you should either A, build a train in North America, and or B, re-educate your DEC troopers, depending on which one sees fit. Man, that again is also like really kind of quite serious, man. I don't even know what to do with that. That's all I got.
You can just tag out if you want.
I'm just
You can
gonna stop talking before I dig
Okay.
myself deep into this hole.
Wonderful.
Okay? I'm just gonna
My
stop.
closing
I'm gonna-
statement
I should have
is-
stopped before I started. Let's be honest.
Well, my closing statement here is I think I'm the most important one, obviously. You guys are all talking to a made man as of 9:32 a.m. today. You guys are looking at a shareholder in the Roblox company.
Oh,
I
God.
officially own.
Oh,
I own
okay.
8%
thought
of a
you were about to tell
Roblox
me that-
share.
Okay. I thought you were about to tell me that you got engaged. I was like, what the hell? You didn't tell us?
No,
I was like,
no.
Far more
No.
important. Far more important.
Okay.
Yes, far more
Made
important. I
man.
have Roblox stock.
I would have swore you said like taken man. I was like, you got engaged and you didn't tell me, and I'm not your best man. What the fuck is this shit? Why am I even doing this podcast if I'm not the made man at your wedding? This is ridiculous.
The only reason you're here is to be my best man. That's the only reason.
If I get married to be my best man, I'm not anymore. But
That's wild. I feel a little hurt. I feel hurt.
it is a little bit harsh. It is a little
Yeah.
bit harsh. I'll invite you to the after party.
The after party.
Thank you.
Not the wedding.
Appreciate that.
So, how much
Yeah,
money have
and-
you made off your stock?
Fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, it's 8% of one stock, so it's not much. But it's mine, and that's what matters.
That's what matters.
Yeah. At the end of the
Broke
day,
ass.
fuck you. At the end of the day, the real
What do
the real
you-
profits are the friends we made along the way.
What are you gonna name?
Oh,
What are you
okay.
gonna name your stock? You gotta give it a name.
I
It's
have-
yours now.
I have
You
to
get-
give
you
it a
get to
name?
name it.
Oh
Yeah.
Jim.
no,
Jeff?
not Jim, not Jeff.
Andrew.
No, Harold. It's gonna be Harold. This stock's name is
Oh, okay. Why don't you just name it Bickle?
Hild's pretty
Harold.
good.
No.
Harold
Can
the
we get
stock.
periodic weekly updates on Hild? Because I want periodic weekly updates on Hild. I wanna see
Yeah. We
I
want
wanna see
updates
Harold's
on Harold the
growth.
stock.
Weekly Harold the stock updates. Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's like I want to see
Hey,
Hale
that could be your
next
new
to-
corner.
That'll be a new
to
corner. Yay!
Yeah.
Harold,
I want to
stock
see
corner.
Hale next to like a little door frame with little pencil marks marking his growth as he grows up. Like I want to see that. That's what I want to see. This is be quiet. I do want to see this.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to keep you all updated on Harold.
Oh, before you,
Wonderful.
keep doing your closing discounts, I'm just gonna close
Discounts?
Hold on,
Discounts.
I'm having a stroke.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna just check my email quick in case I ever heard back from the Milkhouse. I'm
Oh,
pretty
Oh
sure I have that.
yeah.
we should
should
we should
celebrate that.
we should discuss that. Milkhouse, I think, disappeared. There has been no Milkhouse news. They have not posted. They have not done anything. I think we've officially won on the Milkhouse front.
We've officially beaten Milkhouse,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
I have not received any email. Frankly, this is insulting. This is not the respect that I deserve from these people to not respond to my heavily put together email. This is not the respect I deserve. Frankly,
I
I'm gonna
expected more. I expected more.
honestly, this is exactly what I expected. But I was expecting them to achieve my expectations and exceed them. So they have not met my expectations and meet my expectations. So
Now, here's the real question, right? Because by most metrics, they were much more successful than us.
Yeah.
But they have not stuck to the grind.
Yes.
So are we just more focused, or are we just more stupid that we keep coming back every week to do episodes?
Well, I'm gonna refer you to the name of the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For the
Okay.
answer to that
yeah.
one.
Never mind.
Gee, I wonder.